Students and staff at the University of Adelaide have been sharing their space with some faces from the past. Artist Peter Drew has been scouring the archives for images of some of the uni's leading lights, blowing them up in size and pasting them up around campus.
Well, I've been doing paste ups myself for a while in different forms, but this particular project in blowing up large portraits is definitely inspired by JR, who's a French street artist photographer. He started during the riots in Paris. He was photographing people from poorer neighbourhoods and then pasting up those portraits in the sort of more bourgeois areas. And but he's gone on to sort of repeat the idea in all sorts of different areas, mostly sort of contrasting the conflicts between people. Whereas in this circumstance, it's much more about the people that have lived and worked in this institution.
To mark the opening of Hub Central, a brand new student space, the project is being expanded to include yet more faces of the university, this time its current students.
We definitely wanted it a lot more informal than the faces of the university, which look a little bit more, historical and serious. So Peter did encourage, with Jonathan's help, to, like zany and funny faces, and just also coincide with the informality of the hub as well, and it being a student space and it being everyone's space for relaxed downtime, for studying, for eating. So yeah, and it was great. Over 38 people were photographed, and Peter will just slowly install those heads in the space.
Hub Central is a dedicated learning facility for all of the students belonging to the University of Adelaide. What makes Hub Central very different is the fact that we've actually undertaken a co-creation process with the student population. So everything that you see in Hub Central is a direct result of us consulting with the students. So they've told us what kinds of spaces they want in the hub, they've told us what furniture they want in the hub, and they've told us how they actually want to use the spaces as well. And as you can see today, on our second day of opening, the students love it, and the way that we've actually involved them has meant that they've felt engaged with the space from day one. So as soon as the doors opened, they were in here using the spaces how they were designed to be used.
It's the interface between social and the library, where we used to have the library, which was quiet and hushed, and the social, where there was no studying going on. Now we've got the two brought together and integrated.
Student life nowadays is very hard. People work, they've got lectures, they've got tutorials, practicals. It's a full-on activity all day, and the university realised there was no space for them. So this is what hubs are all about.
As an artist, I've deliberately done as little as possible. I mean, obviously I've done work to sort of to get it up there, but my sort of influence is as little as possible. It's much more about the students. I mean, they're the real creators in this, because they've volunteered and they've performed for the camera, and they've done a large part of the work really, and I've just facilitated their creativity. And I like that side of it, because it's much more about this community, this place, rather than me, an artist, coming along and imposing, my vision on it.
I'm really happy to see the street art that's gone up in the hub, particularly how that has also dovetailed with what's been around campus the last couple of weeks. And I know of Peter's work as well, and seen Einstein and the various other. In fact, my kids pointed out all the time, there's another one, as we're driving down the road or walking through the mall or whatever. So I think that's it's great to have a cultural dimension to what we're doing as well. And being so close to the art gallery, when I went to the Saatchi opening about a month ago now, looking back from the where the function was in the art gallery, and looking back at the university and the hub and thinking, wow, they're really so close. There's an opportunity there potentially for our students to make more use of the art gallery, and possibly for art and cultural heritage to make a greater contribution to the students' life as well.
I think universities are a great opportunity to introduce students to the concept of the importance of art in society, and I think it does make big spaces like this much more livable. Instead of it just being somewhere where you go, suddenly it becomes almost part of your own home, because you've got bits of artwork here, things that you probably couldn't afford in your own home, and you're able to come and enjoy them, and it becomes a much more sociable environment.
I really like temporary or ephemeral formats because they have a value of their own because they disappear. I think especially in this circumstance it's important because lots of different people are going to use the building, and people are going to come and go, and so if you put something up there and say that's now sacred and we won't touch the very important piece of artwork, it needs to stay exactly as it is and last forever. It's that sort of idea of the art monument is not what I wanted. I just want to communicate an idea and for people to sort of interact with it, and then once it's gone, then something else can come out.
The faces are here really to say, hello, that's us, it's our space, we belong here. And they work really very well with the faces outside the hub or throughout the campus, who are the people that have achieved. So really we're featuring people that will achieve for themselves and for the university. So that's what it's all about. It's about now.